Ronnie here from Southern Food Junkie, and today we're going to be testing out the 8-inch Blue Diamond frying pan. So let's get to it. We've all seen the as seen on TV products that claim that they're non-stick. You can put whatever you want to in it and it just slides right out. Well, one of my friends, another YouTuber, Darren from Jerome Bee Farm, had sent me some information about this pan. He said he really loved it and he bought a whole set of these. So I decided this would be a good opportunity to test these out. Now, let me preface that I don't have a scientific kitchen. I'm not going to go through and do months and months of testing. This is basically just going to be me using it, and then I'll give you my observations, things that I like, things that I don't like. Now that we've washed our pan, I've had a chance to go over it really good, and I've made a couple observations before I've actually used it. So let's go over a couple of those observations. These will be pros and cons that I see. These will be the pros. The pan seems like it's made pretty well. The pan has nice heavy rivets that hold the handle to the pan. It's also not too thick, not too thin, I would say. It's not extremely heavy like my stainless steel pots that I have. It's a little bit lighter weight than them, which could be a good thing for some people who don't have a lot of hand strength and they need a light pot. Also, you notice when I was washing this, you can see how the water just beads up on here, and that's due to this ceramic coating. Now, Blue Diamond says that this coating is a 5 times harder coating. It lasts 10 times longer, and it has 4 times better heat transfer. It's also supposed to be metal utensil safe, oven and broiler safe, so it's high heat resistant. Let's go over some of the cons. One of the biggest cons for me is the handle. This is personal preference, but the handle is hollow. A hollow handle conducts heat. It'll cause heat to come from the pan and into the handle, which will cause you to burn your hand. I have several pots that have hollow handles, and I have several pots and pans that have solid handles. The ones that have solid handles, I can actually pick up and hold while I've been cooking with them. The ones that have hollow handles, I cannot hold and touch. When comparing this pan to some of my higher end pans, I have some emerald pans. Earlier I mentioned that the pan was not too thick, not too thin, but one of the cons that I see is that it don't have a thick bottom. This does lend to it being lighter weight, which I said is nicer for somebody that doesn't have the hand strength. But a pan that doesn't have a nice thick bottom tends to burn faster. So you can see here, this emerald pan, how thick the bottom is on it. And it don't burn as easy like that. Now, not saying that I hadn't even tested this pan. I'm not saying that this will burn quick, but that's just an observation that I see. So let's get to some of the testing. Alright, so as you can see, I used a little bit of oil, I used a little bit of butter, and this omelet slid out of the pan. Beautiful. It worked just the way it should. I have no doubt that this coating, this pan does what it says initially. So I have some questions about this that I don't think I'll be able to answer in this video. I'll have to, come back to you in 6 months or a year and just see how this thing holds up. A couple of the discrepancies that I see is the directions say to use low to medium heat. But on the front of it, it talks about putting the pan in the oven. So I'm not sure if this is really meant to use on high heat. The high heat may damage the coating, which means no searing. So your cast iron pan is probably going to still be your best to sear a steak or any type of meat. This pan is perfect for omelets, anything like that, eggs, anything that's delicate. Frying fish would be perfect in this. A pan-seared fish, halibut, salmon would be perfect in this pan. The directions also say to use a little bit of oil when you're cooking, even though it has this non-stick coating. Me personally, I would always use oil in order to get a good brown, crisp surface. But when you watch the advertisements on TV, it doesn't appear that they're using oil. Is that a little bit misleading? Possibly. But all these as seen on TV commercials are usually, they overpromise and underdeliver. Another big thing, the directions say that you can put this in the dishwasher. But the directions also say that if you hand wash it, that the coating will last longer. Which leads me to believe that you shouldn't put it in the dishwasher if you want your pan to last. Now the advertisement on the front of this pan says you can use metal utensils with it. This is one of the things that I'll have to test out. Does metal utensils scratch this surface? I feel like it would. I feel like you shouldn't use metal utensils in this, but that's what we've always been taught. So the question is, would I recommend this pan, this line of pots and pans to you? I would. I like it. It's economical. They're not expensive. It does what it says. I just don't know about the longevity of it. It has a 90-day warranty on it, which makes me think that eventually it's going to wear out. If you're looking for something that's going to last forever, stainless steel and cast iron is still your best bet. But these are great pans and pots too. These are as seen on TV. We know about as seen on TV products. Sometimes they're good. This pan works like it's advertised so far. This egg omelet slid right out of the pan, but I did use oil with it. So I'm happy with this pan. I'll continue to use it, especially to cook eggs and to cook egg omelets in. But these pans right here, I think they're worth it, especially if you're looking for something that's not terribly expensive. So all in all, I give it a thumbs up. We'll try to do a update video eventually 6 months to a year and see where it stands. Thanks for joining us today on Southern Food Junkie. We're so glad you stopped by to watch this video. You don't know how much it means to us. We would love to have you as a lifetime subscriber. So if you would, hit that subscribe button right there. Also, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure it'll be one that you'll like too. Make sure you share our content. We would love for more people to find our content and that we can share what we do with the world. Thanks again, and remember, let's get food jump.